Hey, sunshine. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, sunshine. Yes, good morning. All right, good morning. How are you all this morning? I hope you're having a great morning thus far. I'm not going to be here very long, and this is not a repeat. Maya, I said that the other day on one. She said, I knew that was a rerun. This is not a rerun. And if this is your first time, welcome to Conversations with Celena, the morning edition. And I just want to come this morning and tell you this is going to be a Teachable Thursday. And it doesn't take long just to remind you that we can learn something from anyone, from any background, from any age group. And a lot of times we get a little bit prideful, thinking that she can't tell me nothing, looking down our nose at people like there's not a lesson to be learned. But there's always a lesson in everything. In every storm, there's a lesson. In every test, there's a lesson. So just be mindful to remain humble and to remain teachable, because even the smallest, youngest child can teach us something. So that is when you're wise. And we want to be wise. You can't take counsel from everyone, that's for sure. And so you have to be wise in the things that you allow um, to teach you, or that you use as far as moving forward. You can't take everybody's advice because they're like, girl, if I was you, I would do this. You probably wouldn't. But so before you move forward with that advice, just be careful, but always be in a place where you can be teachable to do it or not to do it. It could still be a teachable moment. I learned that lesson. I'm not going to do that. Because so often I think we live through, I'm thirsty this morning. I'm trying to drink my water. I think this headache come from not drinking enough water, the toothache, the earache. I was like this yesterday. I was pressing down on that ear, trying to relieve that earache, and like this. Hold on. Oh, it was a mess yesterday, but I do feel better today. So thank you all for checking on me. But I think like social media gets us to a point where we call ourselves teaching people things and we're not where we supposed to be. Like we hide behind some of our posts, like, oh, I'm boss babe and I'm this, and really you trying to get there, but you're not really there yet. And so be careful when you're, you know, looking at these posts and reading social media, because it's not very good for these kids. I heard a parent say the other night, my kid, you can't even talk to them and tell them anything to do. Their face is just in the phone. And I was like, I know. And but they're being taught by people who are not doing what they say that they're doing, and it makes them feel like they're inadequate, and they're not. So be careful. I mean, I am telling you that we should all be teachable, but be careful and mindful of who and what you're allowing to just settle in your spirit. So it can still be a teachable moment of what not to do, because we want to be real. We want to be real behind the scene, in front of the scene, under pressure, in the pressure, overwhelmed, underwhelmed, or just whelmed. This girl told me the other day, this guy told me, just be whelmed sometime. Don't be over, don't be under, just be whelmed. So regardless of how it is, just be whelmed. I guess I need this water this morning. And so the other teachable thing that I wanted to say was Probably was a few things, but the last thing that I wanted to say was when you do stuff for people, stop broadcasting it. And you say, oh, I do stuff for people and I'm a behind the scenes person and I don't do it for recognition and things like that. So bless people sometimes and don't tell anybody. I read this yesterday, I think it was. I have it on my phone. Let me get it off my phone. If I can get to my email really quickly, because I sent it to myself. Here it is. It says giving out of love. And just to sum it up, it says, have you ever benefited from an anonymous giver? Okay, it's nice to have an anonymous giver, but you be wanting to know sometime who did this, because it worries you. It worries you to death not to know where something came from. But it is good to give in secret. It references not letting the left hand know what the right hand is doing all the time. And we give out of love for God without concern for receiving praise of others. We can trust that our gifts, large or small, will be used by Him to help meet the needs of those receiving them. So, this was just saying, I got an appointment next week for my glasses. Y'all be proud of me because y'all see me trying to squint to see that. But that was the gist of that one right there. When you're telling it, even if you're just telling it to one person, you're still telling it. Like, you don't have to say, I did this or I'm going to do that. Like, stop telling people everything that you're doing, your moves, just move in silence sometimes when you're blessing other people. It doesn't have to be told, not to one soul. And you could just smile on the inside knowing, I just did that. And I'm not telling anybody what I just did. That's just going to be between me and the good Lord, and watch and see how you're blessed. So let that be a teachable moment, because I think that a lot of times we do secretively look for praise from other people, like, oh, that was so sweet, or, oh, that's good job, or oh, this, that, and the other. You know, no, just do it and keep it to yourself. That's what that word was yesterday. And the word for today is your teachable moment. And I think that's all Sunshine got. Y'all be sure to get I forgot to put this banner up. It's behind me, but I have this right here. There's my ticker to go across the screen. Use code CWC Spring 22 to get 10% off of your order, because this episode was brought to you by Sunshine Body Butters. And if you want to feel good and smell good, be sure to get you some. You can get the oil, the spray, and the body butter. Y'all will not be disappointed. I'm telling you. So reach out to Miss Jackie, 248-421-1704. And she's also on Facebook, Instagram at Sunshine Body Butters. I guess I can move. There you go. Now you can see it. And all products are $10. So be sure to get that for $10. Call Serenity Helping Hands if you need a helping hand on today. And don't forget to get the Blood Blocked It. TheBloodBlockedIt.com. Get your book. Maya has 2. The Blood Blocked It is 1. And then the other one is Signed. So I'm reading Signed right now. And I'll have to let you all know how it was. The Blood Blocked It. I kept just sitting there reading another page. And there's not fluff in there. She gets straight to the point. So y'all be sure just to support. That's what we're here for, because you never know whenever it's your turn. And you don't even have to tell anybody. As a matter of fact, send a book to someone. Send a body butter to someone. Call Serenity and treat someone to a house cleaning or a grocery pickup or whatever. Say, you know what, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to call them and I'm going to treat somebody, and I'm not going to tell a soul. So there you go. If you have to tell the person, that's one thing, but just keep it between you and that person. But if you could give to someone anonymously, And just see how fun that is for you. It'll have you smiling all day long. Like, I know she's over there thinking, who in the world sent this to me? Or he's like, who did this? I wonder who did this. Be a blessing. It is a blessing to be a blessing. And if I haven't learned anything else from like my mom and my grandmother, like they do so much for others and all the time. My grandmother did, my mother does. And so it's a blessing to be a blessing. Speaking of my mama, y'all, I'm going to say this and then I really I got to go. But until you get to the bottom of things, you don't know what lies underneath. And I say that because it's a true statement. You know, you have to get to the root of things in order to know what's truly down up in there. Whenever you're going through stuff, whenever you're trying to get over things, dig deep down. And so I sent my mom some Cool Whip because I was going to make this Oreo cream pie, something like that. So I had 2 containers in there. One was open, one was not. I opened one, I said, well, this one's still good. And I checked the date on the other one. So if the one that's open is still good, you just know the one that's not opened is still good, right? And you check the dates. Well, my mama didn't tell me, but a little birdie told me that, mama's scooping out the stuff, scooping out the stuff, scooping out the stuff. She gets to the bottom, it's black at the bottom. I felt so bad because I thought she needed an extra one. So I was going to send my kids to the store to get her an extra one too, so she could have 2 to have enough for whatever. Boy, that was just bad. But it just reminded me, like, when my sister said, oh, I told who the birdie was. When my sister said, when she got to the bottom of it and it was black, I said, that's how a lot of us are. When you get down to the deep root of things, it's a dark place. And we spend too much time in that dark place, deep down where that garbage is. And you have to stir it up to get it up out of there. You got to stir it up to get it up out of there. And you have to be careful how you get it out, because if you just stir it all up, it contaminates the whole thing. So that's why whatever it is that we have bothering us, disturbing our peace, we got to strategically remove it out so it doesn't contaminate the rest of us. Because if okay. If I thought something had happened, if it is uncared for, then it'll mess us all up. I think that's what I was getting ready to say. That thing that popped up distracted me. But yeah, so untaken care of, unresolved, untouched down there, it's still going to just continue to seep up and ruin the rest of our mood, the rest of our spirit. We don't want that. So we got to strategically move that stuff up out of us and let it be gone for good, because we want to be the ones that's giving teachable moments to the generations to come. That's what we want to do. We want to forgive the generations behind us, and we want to be teachable, guiding the generation of right now. So we have to be careful what we're doing so that we can be those teachable, teaching the teachable. Are you teachable? we need to be teachable. So I hope that made sense. Y'all know Sunshine go over there, but I seem to end up back where I started. So that's the good thing about it. And if you can go over there and come on back with me, you're awesome. Because I will be all over the place. My friend Lanita, she just be like, girl, I can go on a rabbit trail with you, and we just laugh and come right on back. So hopefully you all were able to get a chuckle out of me in any bloopers that I made, um, any mistakes. I could have been over here rocking to my own beat. I don't know if the music played or not, but I was just over here bouncing, bouncing, bouncing. It don't matter. I just go with it. I enjoy doing it. I'm not afraid. I'm not embarrassed anymore. And hopefully that is a teachable moment. Just click the button. If you want to get beyond the fear of going live, just hit the button and do it. Just do it. Um, that's not always easy, but you can do it. You just hit the button. You might have to run to the restroom a couple times because you're like, "Ooh, I got the bubble guts," but press it anyway and just go. It's not as bad as you think. And if there's anyone that's judgmental, guess what? It's always going to be someone judgmental. They're going to be watching, but guess what? They're going to be learning. They may not tell you, but they're watching. And as long as they're watching, they're getting something from your life. And that's all that matters to me, is that someone is learning something from my life. That someone is getting something from the words that are coming from my mouth. You know why? Because I know that my voice is anointed, and I found my voice, and I have a voice, and I'm going to use it. I may not always know what I'm going to say, but I still get on here and I go for it. And to me, um, that makes me proud of myself, that I continue to show up and go forth. If I don't show you anything else, it should be not to give up, not to quit, give from a place of love, stay humble, remain teachable. And that's it. It's just that simple. And keep a smile on your face. A smile changes your whole mood. What was that? June 1st was say something kind. I made a post. I know every platform is not on Facebook, but I made a post on Facebook, Instagram, and I think Twitter. But it just said, say something kind. That's what yesterday was. Say something kind. And you know what? We were taught that if you can't say something kind, don't say anything at all. You can say something nice. If you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. So I think that's what it was. Say something nice, stay kind, same thing. Just be kind to people. And like Cynthia told me, watch your tone. Watch your tone, sunshine. But that's just my tone sometimes. It don't come across right. So y'all forgive me if I ever had a tone with y'all, but I didn't mean for it to be ugly. It just sometimes, I think it'd be just between my look and my tone. That look just make it seem like my tone is different. I don't know. We're gonna have to see, but I'm gonna be working on it. That's a teachable moment that she told me to watch my tone. We just learn. We live and we learn. So I'm gonna go. Hopefully this blesses you and it blesses my later crew, because they said I don't get up till like 6:30. So here you go for the later crew, and I will see you all tomorrow, bright and early. And then later tonight, I will do the drawing for the cruise, where you will get your initial deposit covered. We've already covered one person, Miss Renee, and then tonight we're gonna pull another name, and I think I'll go live whenever I pull the name, just to make it a little fun. And you never know what you're gonna get along the way. So make sure you get your name in the hat if you're planning on sailing with Sunshine and cruising with Conversations with Celena, March 2023. We're gonna be sailing out of New Orleans on March the 11th. So there you go. That's what we got going on. And I'm sure we'll be doing something way before then. So stay tuned to Conversations with Celena, the morning edition, the afternoon edition. Just come on over here and see what's going on. I know starting Sunday, we're going to have Miss Betty Sue Robinson, and then we're going to have Miss Tricia Acker, and they're both going to be talking about cancer survival. So it is Sunday is actually National Cancer Survivor Day. Cancer Survivor Day. I think I said that right. And so they're going to be on here You can't say so too fast. You get that tongue twisted. They're going to be on here on Sunday. Time to be announced. I'm not sure what time Betty Sue Robinson is going to be on, but I think Tracy is going to be on around 7 or 8 on Sunday. So just come back on Sunday. And then on Monday, we're going to have Albert Williams. He's going to be talking about PTSD. And then I have another young lady coming on, but I don't have her date locked in just yet. But as soon as I get it, I will share it with you all. My 5 minutes turned into 20. Like I said, if you want to go live, just press that button and it'll all start to flow. Be your very best version of yourself today. Give from a place of love and being anonymous. And then what was the other thing? Be teachable. Remain humble and be teachable. And y'all, if y'all don't know, you have to hear things at least 3 times in order for it to stick and for you to remember it. So if you're like, she said the same thing over and over. Yes, I do. I try to remember all my plugs so that I could say them over. So not only you can remember them, but I can remember them as well. When I'm trying to say, you don't know nothing, you can't tell me. I have to stop myself, because you cannot look and judge a book by its cover, because the very people that you think you can't learn something from, you can. So just like I said, remain humble and remain teachable on this Teachable Thursday. I love you all so much. You keep it smiling, sunshine, and you go share a smile and spread some sunshine. Mwah. Have an amazing day. I'm done. For real, for real. Oh, give me some water.